Bismillah Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Today we have gathered here to witness the glorious English poetry competition which is held every year at a pristine level. Our love for it has enabled us once again to hold this marvelous proceeding under these circumstances. The memorization and recitation of poetry has been central elements of education since ancient times. By studying and reciting poetry, students learn to master language as well as develop skills in public speaking. This practice also helps build a student's self-confidence and expand his or her knowledge of great literature. We begin our program with the recitation of the Holy Quran by Amna Zafar of 3H.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والضحى والليل إذا سجى ما ودعك ربك وما قلى وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى ووجدك ضالا فهدى ووجدك عائلا فأغنى فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر وأما السائل فلا تنهر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث صدق الله العظيم. In the name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful, by the morning brightness and the night when it covers with darkness. Your Lord has not forsaken you, nor is he displeased. And indeed the hereafter is better for you than the present life of this world. And your Lord shall soon give you much, so you shall be well pleased. Did he not find you an orphan? Then he sheltered. And he found you lost of the way? Then he guided. And he found you poor? Then he enriched you. Then as for the orphan, do not be harsh, and as for the beggar, do not repel, and as for the bounty of your Lord, do proclaim.
Poetry is the language of imagination, the passion, and the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. Let's cheer up now. It's time to enjoy the wonderful recitation by our dear students of grade 1. We begin today's program with the boys of grade 1. First of all, I'll call Abdul Rauf of grade 1A with his poem Now We Are 6.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdul Rauf Hazim from grade 1A. I say a poem for you. It named Now We Are 6. When I was 1, I had just begun. When I was 2, I was really new. When I was 3, I was hard dreamy. When I was 4, I was not much small. When I was 5, I was just alive. But now I am 6. I am as clever as clever. So I think I will be 6 now forever and ever.
Superb Abdur Rauf. Manners are the basic building blocks of society. Now I call Ahmed bin Faisal of grade 1B with his poem Manners.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ahmed bin Faisal. I come from grade 1B. The title of my poem is Manners. Say please when asking for something. Say thank you when receive something. Wait for adults to stop talking unless it's an emergency. Then say excuse me. Cover your mouth when coughing. Cover your nose when you sneeze. Close your mouth while chewing. Don't speak with your mouth full. Never hit, bite, push, or pull hair. Say sorry when you have done wrong. Say excuse me if someone is blocking your way. Don't be mean to others. Start your day with a smile. Thank you.
That was wonderful, Ahmed. There is no friend as loyal as a book. Now, Abdullah Ayaz of grade 1C will come forward to recite the poem Open a Book.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Abdullah Ayad and I am from grade 1C. Today I am gonna recite the poem Open a Book by Jane Pascal. Open a book and you will find people and places of every kind. Open a book and you can be anything that you want to be. Open a book and you can share wondrous world you find in there. Open a book and I will do. You read to me and I read to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Abdullah. It was superb. Our next contestant is Safin Abdullah of grade 1D. He's going to recite his poem Parts of a Plant.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today I'm gonna tell you a one point about parts of plant. Oh, do you know the parts of plant? The parts of plant, the parts of plant. Do you know the parts of plant that make them grow and grow? The roots, they hold the plant in place. The plant in place, the plant in place. The roots, they hold the plant in place. So a food and water too. Stem move water up the plant. Up the plant, up the plant. The stem move water up the plant. Brings water to the leaf. The leaves soak up the rays of sun. The rays of sun, the rays of sun. The leaves soak up the rays of sun and help the plant make food. The flower grows into a fruit. Into a fruit, into a fruit. The flower grows into a fruit which holds the tiny seed. Now you know the parts of plant, the parts of plant. Now you know the parts of plant that make them grow and grow. Thank you all.
Thank you, Safin Abdullah. That was a splendid performance. Here comes Hamza Ahmad of grade 1E with his poem The Mirror.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Hamza from grade 1E. The poem is The Mirror. I look in the mirror and what wise a strange looking person. That cannot be me, for I am much younger and not nearly so fat. As the face in the mirror I'm looking at. Oh, where are the mirror that I used to know, like the one which were made 30 years ago? Now all things have changed. I'm sure you'll agree. Mirrors are not as good as they used to be.
That was wonderful, Hamza. Our next contestant is Muhammad Noor of Grade 1F with his poem Seasons.
My name is Mohammed. I'm from grade 1F. Today I'm going to sing the poem Season of the Year. Here we go round the year again, the year again, the year again. Here we go round the year again to greet the different season. Winter time is time for snow. To the south the bird will fly. It's too cold for flowers to bloom because it is the winter. Here we go round the year again, the year again, the year again. Here we go round the year again to greet the different season. In the springtime days grow warm, on the plants the new buds form. Bees and bugs come out to swarm because it is the spring. Here we go round the year again, the year again, the year again. Here we go round the year again to greet the different season. In summer the days are hot, ice cold drinks I drink a lot. At the beach I've got a spot because it is the summer. Here we go round the year again, the year again, the year again. Here we go round the year again to greet the different season. Thank you.
Thank you, Muhammad Noor. With this poem, we come to the end of Grade 1 Boys round. Let's proceed to Grade 1 Girls and enjoy their performance. Let's not waste time and allow our imagination to be illuminated by their beautiful poetry. The earth has music for those who listen. First participant is Miral Muhammad from Grade 1A. Her poem is Earth Day.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Miral Muhammad Saleh from Grade 1A. Earth Day. Our Earth is special. There is just one. It gives us water, soil and sun. People and animals share the land. Let's all lend a helping hand. You can save water and plant a tree. Make a better home for you and me. Recycle things, don't throw away. Make every day an Earth Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Miral. Now I call Inshira Toor of Grade 1B with her poem Judge Me Not.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Inshratur from grade 1B. Today I am going to recite a very nice poem. The title of my poem is Judge Me Not by Audrey Coast-Watt. So let's start. Judge me not by my face, my color or my hair. Judge me not by appearance, as that would not be fair. I came to earth as I am. No discussion of my look. I had no background to study, no choice from any book. Judge me not by ability to read, write or understand. Let it be by all my effort, the use put to my hand, the courage in bad times, endurance getting through, kindness to another. So please judge me by what I do. Thank you.
Amazing performance, Inshira. Our next contestant is Mariam Zahra of Grade 1C with her poem Make It Green.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Maryam. I'm from grade 1C. The name of my poem is Make It Green. Lives are crying because it's not green. Earth is dying because it's not green. Earth is our dear mother. Don't pollute it. She gives us food and shelter. Just salute it. With global warming, it's in danger. Let's save it by becoming a strong ranger. With dying trees and animals, it's in sorrow. Make green today and tomorrow.
with melting snow. One day it will sink. How can we save it? Just think. Trees are precious. Preserve them. Water is a treasure. Reserve it. Grow more trees. Make Mother Earth green. Reduce pollution. And make her a queen.
Thank you, Mariam Zahra. Next up, we have Rasmia Islam from grade 1D with her poem My Sense.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Rasmia Islam, grade 1D. I'm going to say the poem My Senses. I can hear the birds sing, the dogs bark, the cat meow. I can hear the phone ring. I can hear you. I can see the grass grow, the bright stars, the yellow moon. I can see the white snow. I can see you. I can smell the rose meat, the fresh bread, the pretty flowers. I can smell your dirty feet. I can smell you. I can touch the soft grass, the cold ice, the wet rain. I can touch the smooth glass. I can touch you. I can taste the crispy apple, the chocolate bar, the cream cake. I can taste the fresh pineapple. I can taste you. Thank you.
Great! It was nice hearing you, Rasmia. The greater the storm, the brighter the rainbow. Our next contestant, Mariam Abdullah of grade 1E with her poem Rainbow.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mariam Abdullah and I am from grade 1E. The name of my poem is The Rainbow. The Rainbow. What do you think I saw today? Over the hills and far away. It was pink and green and blue. It was gold and violet too. It was low and it was high. It was stretched across the sky. What do you think I saw today? Over the hills and far away. It was the bridge of the fairy light. It was the rainbow, big and bright. Thank you.
Thank you, Mariam. No one can replace a mother. Love her, respect her, listen to her, and most importantly, pray for her. Now, I call Juveria Abbasi of grade 1F with her poem Mother.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Joya from grade 1F. Today I am reciting a poem called Mother. To my very special mother, on her very special day, I'm writing you a poem. Since it's something I like to say. Thanks for thinking I'm funny, even though I'm not. And although I hardly say it, I love you quite a lot. Thanks for taking me places I couldn't have gotten on my own, and thanks for always making our house feel a lot like a home. Thanks for always being there to make sure that if I'm okay, so I know that if I need you, you're just a hug away. Thanks for all the good times have passed, and the one that are still to come. For being a present, I'm proud to call my mom. You can't choose who a family is, but if it was something I could do, I know if I could go back now, my choice would still be you. Thank you.
Thank you, Juveria. It was a wonderful poem. With these wonderful poems, we come to the end of grade 1 competition. Learning to recite poetry also invites personal growth. Although many students may initially be nervous about reciting in front of their peers, the experience will prove valuable not only in school but also in life. Let's proceed to grade 2 students and enjoy the recitation.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Awatif. I am from grade 2A. Today I'm going to say the poem, Why God Made Teachers. When God created teachers, He gave us special friends to help us understand His world and truly comprehend the beauty and the wonder of everything we see and become a better person with each discovery. When God created teachers, He gave us special guides to show us ways in which to grow so we can all decide how to live and how to do what's right instead of wrong, to lead us so that we can lead and learn how to be strong. Why God created teachers in His wisdom and His grace was to help us learn to make our world a better, wiser place.
My name is Nasser Abdullah Jalal, and I'm gonna recite Dust If You Must. Dust if you must. Dust if you must. But wouldn't it be better? Paint a picture or write a letter. Bake a cake or plant a seed. Ponder the difference between want and need. Dust if you must. But there's no much time. Rivers to swim and mountains to climb. Music to hear and books to read. Friends to cherish and life to lead. Dust if you must. But the words out there, the sun in your eyes, the wind in your hair, a flutter of snow, a shower of rain. This day will not come around again. Dust if you must, but bear in mind, old age will come and it's not kind. And when you go, and go you must, you yourself will make more dust.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Moise. I am from grade 2B. Today I will be reciting the poem If I Was a Superhero by Sally Gray. In this poem, he is imagining if he was a superhero, the world would be better because of him. Let's start. If I was a superhero, I'd definitely fly. Arms outstretched, racing birds in the sky. If I was a superhero, then I'd have special powers like extra strong legs for jumping over towers. If I was a superhero, then I'd save all the oceans with my secret and magical cleaning up potions. If I was a superhero, I'd save all the trees, the mountains, the rivers, the birds, and the bees. If I was a superhero, then I'd help all the poor, give them food and make them hungry no more. If I was a superhero, then I'm sure you'll agree the world would be better because of me.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Arush Muhammad Quran and I'm from grade 2B. Today I'm going to recite a poem. Time for school. Grab your towel. Get out of the pool. Tomorrow morning, it's time for school. Pack your lunch. Put on your shoes. It's time for school. You heard the news. Your teacher is ready. She's right at the door. She set up a classroom for you to explore. So get out of the pool and jump out of your bed. A brand new school year
is just ahead. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Danish Atif from grade 2C. Today I'm going to recite the poem At School by Carl Wilson. Once I forgot the tune to a song. Once I got my spelling word wrong. Once in PE I fell on my face. Once my juice spills all over the place. But mostly school is fun, fun, fun. I run with friends in the playground stand. I learn to read and I read to learn. I feed our fish, we each get a turn. I add and subtract and I count quite well. I go on field trips and do show and tell. And sometimes when there's extra time, my teacher lets us write a rhyme. Thank you.
I'm Sam and I'm from grade 2C. Today I'll sing a poem, Eggs. Lots of animals come from eggs. Lots of animals come from eggs. Some with fins and some with legs. Some with fins and some with legs. Some that chatter and some that cheep. Some that chatter and some that cheep. Some that fly and some that creep. Some that fly and some that creep. Some that slither and some that run. Some that slither and some that run. Some with feathers and some with none. Some with feathers and some with none. Animal legs can be quite small. Animal legs can be quite small. Or just as big as a tennis ball. Or just as big as a tennis ball. The animals are there, but if you hatch from eggs and lay them too. Hatch from eggs and lay them too. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Anna Fan. I'm from grade 2D. The title of my poem is Television. The most important thing we've learned so far that children are concerned is never, never, never let them near your television set. In almost every house we've been, we've watched them gaping at the screen. They loll and slop and lounge about and stare until their eyes pop out. They sit and stare and stare and sit until they're hypnotized by it. Oh yes, we know it keeps them still. They don't climb out the window still. They never fight or kick or punch. They leave you free to cook the lunch and wash their dishes in the sink. But did you ever stop to think, to wonder just exactly what this does to your beloved thought? It rots the sense in the head. It kills imagination's dead. His brain becomes as soft as cheese. His power of thinking rust and freeze. Alright, you'll cry, alright, you'll say, but if we take the set away, what shall we do to entertain? Oh, darling children, please explain how they keep themselves contented before this monster was invented. They used to read and read and read and read and then proceed. In nursery shelves held books galore, books cluttered up the nursery floor. In the bedroom by the bed, more books were waiting to be read. So please, oh please, we beg, we pray, go and throw your TV sets away. And in its place, you can install a lovely bookshelf on the wall and fill it with lots of books, ignoring all the dirty looks. In about a week or two of having nothing else to do, they'll now begin to feel the need of having something to read. And once they start, oh boy, you watch the slowly growing joy. And later, each and every kid will love you more for what you did. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Ismail. I'm from grade 2D. The title of my poem is Beautiful Hands. Such beautiful, beautiful hands. They are neither white nor small and you. I know would scarcely think that these hands were fair at all. I have looked on hands whose form and hue a sculptor's dream might be, yet are these age-wrinkled hands most beautiful to me. Such beautiful, beautiful hands. Though heart were weary and sad, these patient hands kept toiling on, that a children might be glad. I almost weep on looking back, the childhood's distant day. I think how these hands rested not, when mine were in their play. Such beautiful, beautiful hands, they are growing feeble now, and time and pain have left their mark on hand, heart, and glow. Alas, alas, the nearing time, and the sad, sad day to me, beneath the daisies out of sight. These hands must folded be. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Anas Said and I am from grade 2E. The title of the poem is Homework I Love You. Homework I love you. I think you are great. It is wonderful fun when you keep me up late. I think you are the best. When I am totally stressed, preparing a rhyming all night for a test. Homework, I love you. What more can I say? I love you. I love to do hundreds of problems each day. You boggle my mind and you make me go blind. But still I'm ecstatic that you are assigned. Homework, I love you. I tell you it's true. There is nothing more fun or exciting to do. You're never a chore, for it's I you adore. I wish our teacher would hand you out more. Homework, I love you. You drill me inside. I'm filled with emotions. I'm fit to be tied. I never complain when you frazzle my brain. Of course, that's because I'm completely insane.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ruqayya Hussain from grade 2E, Islamiyya English School. The title of my poem is I Too Have a Dream. Most of you heard Martin Luther King's I have a dream speech. I too have a dream. I dream of the day when black, white, or brown, whatever race you be, would share bounties of the earth and every man is free. I dream of the day when ruthless attackers will not make our kids their prey, when terrorism is a word without a future. Have I tried and find out some other culture? I dream of the day when I can walk on the streets without feeling afraid, when mother will send their kids to school without having shade of gray. I dream of the day when I can live in a world without war and hate, when love will bless the earth and peace will adorn it. I dream of the day when I can look out of my window not to see a hub of slums, but instead trees of plums. I dream of the world which combats global warming. The tigers are fighting for their life and roaring to be heard. But to accomplish great things, we must not only act but also dream. If you dream it, you can do it. This is the truth. Please, let's build a bright future on the shoulders of we children. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Nayal from grade 2F. My title of the poem is Happiness. What is happiness? I hear you say. What helps us smile on those dreary days? What sends a tingle through our bones? What helps us talk in cheerful tones? How does it pick? How does it choose when to come and when to move? How does it know to work its way through every single person like me and you? Some people try as hard as they can to step it away from another man. But it's your forever, it's your to keep, Don't let them fix something so deep. You must look within yourself when times are blue, because happiness is the thing that lives in you. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Anabia Ayas from grade 2F. Today I will recite a poem, Third Place Winner by Betty Young. To understand the full significance of the poem, one must know that Chris has Down syndrome and he is born differently abled. His head lowered, an exhausted but determined young man chanted over and over to himself, "You can do it, you can do it, you can do it." These words, spoken as much for encouragement as for confirmation, again and again and again, in search for the finish line. You can do it, you can do it, you can do it. At last, with great effort, he crossed the finish line. By the time he did it, the photographers, the reporters had already gathered around the young man who had taken first place. Cameras zoomed in and flashed with a smile that spread from ear to ear. Chris bounded over and proudly stood next to the winner, beaming. Chris patiently waited for the reporter to finish the interview with the winner. At last, when the reporter turned to make the concluding remark, Chris instantly stepped forward and thrust out his hand to get the congratulatory handshake. He shouted what the thrill it was and how happy I am to come in third. Yes, tell us, said the photographer good-naturedly. Thank you for asking me. It was third, he said with honor. Not bad, huh? He looked at the world proudly. Now was there such a great joy as there was on Chris' face. Chris ran alongside the winner with hugs and handshakes. My friends, this was the Special Olympics and there were only 3 runners. Now listen to these touching words from Chris' book. My face may be different, but my feelings are the same. I laugh and I cry. I take pride in my games. I am sent here among you to teach you to love. As God up in heaven looks down from above. I am one of the children, so special but few. I came here to learn the same lesson as you. That love is acceptance that must come from heart. We all have the same purpose, but not the same start. The Lord gave me life to live under grace, and I'll do as you do, but at a different pace. So dear friends, my message is that don't look down upon anyone. Everyone has an own purpose and grace that lies on how determined you are to face. Thank you.
With these wonderful poems, we come to the end of grade 2 performances. Every competition is an opportunity to measure yourself against your own potential. Now we will proceed to grade 3. They are looking so enthusiastic and energetic.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Jinan Anwar from grade 3A, and I'm gonna say a poem by William Shakespeare. All the world a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrance, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7-8. At first, the infant, mewing and puking in the nurse's arms. Then the winning schoolboy with his statue and shining morning face, creeping like a snail, stinging like a furnace with a awful valet, made to his mystery eyebrow. Then a soldier full of strange oaths and bearded like a pirate, seeking the bubble reputation even in the cannon's mouth. And then the justice full of wise soul and modern instinct. And so he plays his part, the 6th aid, shift into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side. His useful horse will save a world too wide for his shrunk shank, and his big manly voice turning again toward childish terrible pipes.
and whistles in his sound. Last scene of all that ends this strange, eventful history is this second childishness and mere oblivion. Since teeth, since eyes, since taste, since everything. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mahmoud Fad from grade 3A, and today I'm going to be reciting the poem The Schoolboy by William Blake. I love to rise in the summer morn when the birds sing on every tree. The distance is my wind is on, and the skylark sings with me. Oh, what a sweet company. But to go to school in the summer morn, oh, drives all joy away. Under cruel eye out, the little ones spend the day in sighing and dismay. Ah, and at times I drooping sit and spend many an anxious hour, nor in my book can I take delight, nor sitting's gleaming bower worn through with a dreary shower. How can the bird that is born for joy sit in a cage and sing? How can a child once raised and annoyed but droop his tender ring and forget his young's full spring? Oh, father and mother, if buds are nipped and blossoms are blown away, and if the tender plants are stripped of their joy in the springing day, by sorrow and care's dismay, how shall the summer arise in joy, or the summer fruits appear, or how shall we gather what griefs destroy, or bless the mellowing year when the blasts of the winter appear? Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Dondra Irshad and I'm from grade 3B. The title of my poem is The Adventures of Isabel. This poem is written by Ogden Nash. Isabel met an enormous bear. Isabel didn't care. The bear was hungry. The bear was ravenous. The bear's big mouth was cruel and cavernous. The bear said, Isabel, glad to meet you. How do, Isabel? Now I'll eat you. Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She washed her hands and she straightened her hair up. Then Isabel quietly ate the bear. Once in a night as black as pitch, Isabel met a wig-toed witch. The witch's face was crossed and wrinkled. The witch's gums with teeth were sprinkled. Ho, ho, Isabel, the old witch cried, I'll turn you into an ugly tod. Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She showed no rage, she showed no rancor, but she turned the witch into milk and rancor. Isabel met an hideous giant. Isabel continued self-reliant. The giant was hairy, the giant was horrid, he had one eye in the middle of his forehead. Good morning, Isabel, the giant said. I'll grind your bones to make my bread. Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She nibbled the zwieback which she always fed off, and when it was gone, she cut the giant's head off. Isabel met a troublesome doctor. He punched and poked till he really shocked her. The doctor's talk was with cuffs and chills. The doctor's satchel was bulged with pills. The doctor said unto Isabel, swallow this, it will make you well. Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She took those pills from the pill concoctor. Then Isabel calmly cured the doctor. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Aziz and I am from grade 3B. Today I am going to recite a poem named King Bruce and the Spider, written by Eliza Cook. King Bruce of Scotland flung himself down in a lonely mood to think. 'Tis true he was monarch and wore a crown, but his heart was beginning to sink, for he had been trying to do a great deed to make his people glad. He had tried and tried but couldn't succeed, so became quite sad. He flung himself down in a low despair, as grieved as man could be, and after a while, as he pondered there, I'll give it all up, said he. Now just at the moment a spider dropped with its silken cover clue, and the king in the midst of his thinking stopped to see what the spider would do. Tea was a long way up to the ceiling dome, and it hung by a rope so fine that how it would get to its cobweb home, King Bruce could not divine. It soon began to cling and to crawl straight up with strong endeavour, but down it came with a slippery sprawl as near to the ground as ever. Up it ran, not a second could stay to utter the least complaint, till it fell still lower, and there it lay a little dizzy and faint. Its head grew steady, again it went, and travelled a half-yard higher. Tea was a delicate thread it had to tread, and a road where its feet would tire. Again it went and swung below, but again it quickly mounted, till up and down, now fast, now slow, 9 brave attempts were counted. 9 brave attempts were counted. Sure, cried the king, that foolish thing will strive no more to climb, when it toils so hard to reach and cling and it tumbles every time. But up the insect went once more. Me, 'tis an anxious minute. He's only a foot from his covert door. Oh, say, will he lose or win it? Steadily, steadily, inch by inch, higher and higher he got, and a bold little run at the very last pinch put him into his native cot. Bravo, 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 the king cried out. All the honor to those who try. All the honor to those who try. The spider up there defied despair. He conquered, and why should not I? And Bruce of Scotland braced his mind, and gossips tell the tale that he tried once more as he tried before, and that time did not fail. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Umayma Shizad. I am from grade 3C. Two little kittens, one stormy night began to quarrel and then to fight. One had a mouse, the other had none, and that's the way the quarrel began. I will have a mouse, said the biggest cat. You will have that mouse, we will see about that. I will have a mouse, said the eldest son. You shan't have the mouse, said the little one. I told you before that stormy night, when these two little kittens began to fight, the old woman seized her sweeping broom and swept the two little kittens right out of the room. The ground was covered with frost and snow. The two little kittens had nowhere to go, so they laid them down on the mat at the door. When the old woman finished sweeping the floor, then they crept in as quiet as mice, all wet with snow, as cold as ice. For they found it was better that stormy night to lie down and sleep than to quarrel and fight. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Ayan Abdullah from grade 3C. Today I will recite a poem on top of spaghetti. On top of spaghetti, all covered with cheese, I lost my poor meatball when somebody sneezed. It rolled off the table and onto the floor, and then my poor meatball rolled out of the door. It rolled in a garden and under a bush, and then my poor meatball was nothing but mush. The mush was as tasty could be. Early next summer, it grew into a tree. The tree was all covered with beautiful moss. It grew lovely meatballs in tomato sauce. So if you like spaghetti, all covered with cheese, hold on to your meatballs and don't ever sneeze. Achoo! I am Hani Abdias from grade 3D, and today I'm going to be telling you a poem called Try, Try, and Try. Once there was a boy who everyone thought was a useless guy. He failed at every exam, be it first, second, or third, or last and final term. Once he saw an ant trying to climb a wall. It fell down but tried again. Then it did it. This lit his inner soul, so he worked harder to achieve his goals. One day he went up so high that he finally touched the sky. If you too want achievements, never ever cry. Just set your aims and goals and try, try, and try. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohammed Rushdi and I am from grade 3D. I am going to say an important message to my poem. Guess it. Don't give up. Don't say no. When this pandemic of corona stretched from Zimbabwe to Arizona, all got reached, all got freed. Don't give up. Don't say no. The world got locked down, the works got locked down, but don't give up. Don't say no. Our biggest task is to wear our mask and take care of our hands wherever we land. Don't give up. Don't say no. Soon the day will come and change the doom to boom. Keep praying to Him to let the world to glim. Don't give up. Don't say no. When the classes started online, most of the time we were not offline. When they announced all online classes, then I started wearing glasses. Don't give up. Don't say no. Don't give up. Don't say no. Teachers are ready to teach, asking questions each by each. Some get tired of the speech. Some get thoughts of going to the beach. Don't give up. Don't say no. Don't give up. Don't say no. When we have classes, we wear our earphones. We solve the questions in our own. We see our friends through the phone. But in reality, we are all alone. Don't give up. Don't say no. Don't give up. Don't say no. Soon the day will come and change the doom to boom. Keep praying to Him to let the world to glim. Don't give up. Don't say no. Don't give up. Don't say no. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sujud Sameh. I am from grade 3A. I will recite a poem entitled The Cookie Thief by Valerie Cooks. A woman was waiting at an airport one night with several long hours before a flight. She hunted for a book in the airport shops, bought a bag of cookies and found a place to drop. She was engrossed in her book but happened to see that the man sitting beside her, as bold as could be, grabbed a cookie or two from the bag in between, which she tried to ignore to avoid a scene. So she munched the cookies and watched the clock. As the gutsy cookie thief diminished her stock, she was getting more irritated as the minutes ticked by, thinking, if I wasn't so nice, I would blacken his eye. With each cookie she took one, two. When only one was left, she wondered what he would do. With a smile on his face and a nervous laugh, he took the last cookie and broke it in half. He offered her half and he ate the other. She snatched it from him and thought, oh, her brother, this guy has some nerve and is also rude. Why he didn't even show any gratitude? She had never known when she had been so cold, and sighed with relief when her flight was cold. She gathered her belongings and headed to the gate, refusing to look back at the civilian in grade. She boarded the plane and sank in her seat. Then she sought her book, which was almost complete. As she reached in her baggage, she gasped with surprise. There was her bag of cookies in front of her eyes. If mine are here, she moaned in despair. The others were his, and he tried to share. Too late to apologize. She moaned. She realized with grief that she was the rude ones and great the thief. How many times in our lives have we absolutely known that
that something was a certain way only to discover later that what we believed to be true was not? Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Yusuf Muhammad Ghalibi from grade 3E. English is the first language. We'll begin with a box, but the plural is boxes. But the plural of ox should be oxen, not oxes. Then one foal is a goose, but two are called geese. Yet the plural of mouse should never be mice. You may find a lone mouse or a whole nest of mice, but the plural of house is houses, not highs. If the plural of man is always called men, why shouldn't the plural of pen be called pen? The cow in the plural maybe cows are kind, but a bow, if you repeated it, is never called vine, and the plural of vow is vows, never vine. If I speak of a foot and you show me your feet, and I give you a boot, would a pair call it beat? If one tooth and whole set are teeth, why shouldn't the plural of booth be called bead? If the singular this and the plural is these, should the plural of kiss ever be nicknamed keys? Then one may be that, and three would be those. Yet hat in the plural would never be hose. Yet, and the plural of cat is cats, not cows. We speak of a brother and also of brethren, but though we say mother, we never say medren. Then the masculine pronouns are he, his, and him. But imagine the feminine she, she's, and shim. So the English, I think you all will agree, is the worst language you ever did see. I take it you already know of thought and bot and cough and dot. Others may stumble, but not you, on hiccough, trot, laugh, and through. Well done! Now you wish perhaps to learn less familiar tracks. Be aware of herd and beautiful word that look like beard and sounds like bird, and dead is said like bed, but not bead. For goodness sake, don't call it deed. Watch out for meat and great and threat. They rhyme with suit and straight and dead. A moth is not a moth in mother, nor both in brother, broth in brother. And here is not a match for there, nor dear fear for bear and pear. And then three does and rows and low and lose. Just look them up at goose and shoes. And cord and work and card and ward, font and front and word and sword, and do and go and thwart and cart. Come, I hardly made a start. And dearful language, why men alive, I learned it to talk it when I was 5, and yet and yet to write it, the more I tried, I hadn't learned it at 55. Thank you.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hafsasi. I'm from grade 3H. And today I'm going to recite a poem, The Spider and the Fly, written by Mary Howard. Will you walk into my parlor? Say spider to fly. Tis the prettiest little parlor that ever you did spy. The way into my parlor, it's up a winding stair, and I've many curious things to show when you are there. Oh, no, said the little fly. Teacher, you must be very dear with soaring up so high. Will you rest upon my little bed? Says Spider to the fly. They are pretty curtains drawn around, and sheets are fine and thin. And if you like to rest a while, I'll snugly tuck you in. Oh, no, no, said the little fly, for I haven't heard that said, then never wake again who sleep upon your bed. Then he came out to his door again, and merrily did sing, come hither, hither, pretty fly, with the gold and silver wings. Your robes are green and purple, there's a crust upon your head. Your eyes are like diamonds broad, but mine are dull as lead. Alas, alas, how very soon the silver little fly, hearing his volley, fluttering words come slowly flitting by, with buzzing wings, push, push, she hung aloft, the near and nearer too, thinking only of her brilliant eyes and green and purple hue, thinking only of her crested head, oh, foolish thing. At last, down the cunning spider, and furiously held her fast. He dragged her up his winding stair into his dismal den, within his little parlor, but she never came out again. And now, dear little children, who may the story read, to idle, silly, flattering words, I pray you may give heed, and to anyway consider, close heart and ear and eyes, and take a lesson from this tale of the spider and the fly. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.
My name is Ibrahim Khan and I'm from grade 3H. The title of my poem is Sick by Science University. I cannot go to school today, said little Peggy Ann McKay. I have the measles and the mumps, a gash, a rash, and purple bumps. My mouth is wet, my throat is dry. I'm going blind in my right eye. My tonsils are as big as rocks. I counted 16 chicken pox. Oh, and there's one more. That's 17. And don't you think my face looks green? My leg is cut. My eyes are blue. It might be instamatic flu. I cough and sneeze and choke and gasp and choke. I'm sure that my left leg is broke. My hair curls when I move my chin. My belly button is caving in. My back is wrenched. My ankle sprained. My pendants pain. Each time it rains, my nose is cold. My toes are numb. I have a sliver in my tongue. My neck is stiff. My voice is weak. I hardly whisper when I speak. My tongue is filling my mouth. I think my hair is falling out. My elbow bent. My spine is straight. My temperature is 108. My brain is shrunk. I cannot hear. I have a hole inside my ear. I have a hangnail and my heart is what? What's that you say? You say today is Saturday? Goodbye. I'm going out to play.
With these lovely poems, we have concluded the English poetry recitation competition.